Hi, my name is Sophie, and this is the story of how I lost trust in the people I loved most, and how the truth came to me when I least expected it. I grew up in a home that felt safe. Nothing fancy, no big house, no luxurious vacations, but there was warmth. My parents were together for over 20 years. We had traditions: family dinners, birthday cakes, winter trips to the mountains. I thought they were happy. I thought we were happy. And then, one rainy evening, my mom looked up from her tea and said, "I have filed for divorce. I can't do this anymore." I froze. I thought it was a joke. I looked at my dad, waiting for him to laugh, to deny it. But he didn't say a word. He just stood up and walked out of the room. That silence? It shattered something in me. After that, my world fell apart and my mom cried every night. She told me how cold and distant Dad had become, that he stopped caring, that she felt invisible. I believed her. I took her side without question. She was the one hurting. How could she lie? Dad moved out soon after. He barely called. When we did talk, he sounded empty, like a stranger. I hated him for it. And then the photo. A friend sent me a screenshot from Instagram. "Isn't this your dad? Who is the woman?" There he was, sitting in a cozy cafe with someone who was clearly not my mom. She was younger, beautiful, smiling at him like they had nothing to hide. That was it for me. I broke down. I texted him, full of anger and betrayal. "You really didn't waste time, did you?" He replied, "It's not what you think. One day you will understand." But I didn't want to understand. I didn't want excuses. In my head, he was the villain now. And so, I stopped believing in love. Months later, I met a guy. Sweet, kind, sensitive. He said everything I wanted to hear. He made me feel like maybe, just maybe, love wasn't completely dead. Until it happened again. Another message, another screenshot. "Your guy? Just saw him with another girl." They looked close. He denied it. Lied to my face. Said I was paranoid. And then, he disappeared. At that point, I broke. It felt like everything I touched fell apart. That something inside me was broken, unworthy of loyalty, of love, of honesty. 2 years passed. I carried that bitterness like armor. I didn't trust people. I didn't even fully trust myself. Then one evening, something unexpected happened. My mom got sick, nothing serious, but she was weak and for the first time quiet. Soft. One night, as we sat in the kitchen, she said, "I need to show you something." She pulled out an old envelope from the bottom of a drawer. Inside was a letter, written by my dad, addressed to her. It was dated the week before the divorce. He wrote about how much he loved her, that he knew about her affair, yes, her, and how long he had kept it to himself. Not because he was weak, but because he didn't want to destroy our family. He said he forgave her, that he wanted to make it work, that he was willing to stay quiet if it meant protecting me from the pain. I stared at the letter, shaking. My mom looked down and whispered, "I made mistakes. I just didn't want you to hate me." And suddenly everything shifted. My whole story, the one where Dad was the bad guy, it cracked. He had taken the blame for something he didn't even do. He stayed silent, let me be angry, let me hate him just to protect her and to keep me from being torn apart. He never once defended himself, never tried to explain. That kind of strength? I had never seen it. After that night, I started seeing things differently. I reached out to Dad. Slowly, awkwardly, but honestly. And he welcomed me without hesitation, like he had been waiting all along. I forgave my mom too, not because she didn't hurt me, but because I realized we're all human. Flawed. Lost sometimes. And forgiveness isn't about forgetting, it's about letting go. Today, I am learning how to trust again. How to love without fear. Not the fairy tale kind of love, the real kind. The love that fights through silence. The kind that endures mistakes. The kind that forgives. So if you're listening to this and going through something similar, please remember that truth has a way of finding you, even when you're not ready. And when it does, it will change everything.